Have you wondered why menopause hits some women harder than others? Statistically speaking, Japan reported a 25% rate of women experiencing hot flashes versus 80% in North America. And somewhere along the way, menopause is being treated as a disease, as a problem to fix, instead of a natural transition that God intended us to move through. And there's a $27 billion market built around it. Supplements, hormonal therapies, all sorts of devices, apps, and wellness programs all promise us that they will fix the symptoms and rebalance our hormone and give our life back. But if menopause is a natural transition, why are so many women, especially in North America, suffering through it? Have you wondered why 1 in 5 women during midlife are on antidepressants? And how come the symptoms such as anxiety, weight gain, insomnia, hot flashes, irritability, rage so common? And why are they treated with medication without anyone asking what else might be going on? Is it truly only a hormonal issue? Can hormone replacement therapy, medications, and supplements alone fix all of this? Or is it something actually deeper going on? As you know, today, when women go ask for help in related to perimenopause and menopausal symptoms, the answers are very predictable. Hormone replacement therapy, antidepressants, medications, or lifestyle advice. Sleep well, eat better, exercise, and manage your stress. Although it makes sense, and for some people it works really effectively, but for many, many women, they are already doing all of it. They're lifting weights, they're eating anti inflammatory, they're meditating, supplementing, and managing stress. But still, something feels off, and the solution seems nowhere to be found. And worse yet, many women are dismissed entirely because they are told that these symptoms are just part of aging, or they're handed prescriptions of medications without any further explanation. And my problem with these interventions is not that they are useless, but they are often incomplete. Because what we often call perimenopausal and menopausal symptoms, such as anxiety, rage, irritability, inflammation, weight gain, hot flashes, are often signs of a chronically dysregulated nervous system. And now we know research from psychoneuroimmunology, psychoneuroendocrinology, the fields that studies how psychology, brain, and physiology influence each other, show that chronic stress, trauma, emotional suppression can actually physically change our brain and how our body responds. And when stress becomes chronic, cortisol level stay elevated. This disrupts our sleep, increasing abdominal fat storage, keeps the body in hypervigilance state, raising inflammation, making blood sugar harder to regulate, and our brain more sensitive to triggers. And these leads to irritability, anxiety, rage, mood swings, and weight gain. And at the same time, estrogen and progesterone level also decline. And they were there to help us to calm our nervous system, regulate our mood, and promote deeper sleep. So when our body is already under high pressure, these hormonal shifts feels like a car crash. The symptoms we call menopause might be years of accumulated stress meeting a hormonal change landscape. This is what mainstream model misses. This stress does not coming from work or hitting a deadline. It also comes from the guilt that you experience when you feel like you're not present enough with your kids, even though you were doing everything you could. From taking care of everyone else, but quietly resenting why no one is noticing and helping. It also comes from holding the emotional weight of your marriage, your job, your family, while still wondering if you're already doing enough. It also comes from regret and doubting whether the decisions you made at the time were correct. It also comes from sacrificing your dreams, never taking a break, and feeling selfish of even thinking about getting one. These are not dramatic. They're quiet, they're daily, but they add up and they compound. By the time midlife hits, the body is not only responding to the hormonal changes, it's also responding to the years of self neglect and self abandonment. When we treat menopause as a hormonal issues alone, we don't only miss the whole picture, but we actually make it worse. Why? Because women who are on treatments but are not working actually feels more broken. Right now, 1 in 5 women are on antidepressants in midlife. And for most cases, they are not prescribed for clinical depression. They are prescribed for burnout, emotional overwhelm, insomnia, and anxiety. And as a society as a whole, we are not questioning enough what else might be going on. And the doctors today are not trained to ask about trauma, to talk about grief, or years of emotional suppression. So, what we call chemical imbalance might be years of carrying things alone. When the nervous system has been stuck in survival mode for years, these they don't only show up as stress, they showed up as physical breakdowns. So if all we do is taking supplements, medicating, or changing a habit without ever addressing the emotional weight around it, we remain stuck because our body knows and our body keeps the score. And eventually, it will speak louder than our coping strategies. And although hormone matters and they truly play a physiological role, so does the emotional weight that you have been carrying on for so long. The kind of support that will help you to feel like menopause is the second spring, as we say it in China, is the ones that address physiological symptoms but also help you to understand what your body has been trying to say for all these years. And my invitation to you is that take a deep breath in, slow exhale, and hear what your body has to say to you. I love you.